to be avoided and what to be avoided. Why some child will be introverted rather than extroverted. So all these things I think we need to put them in context so that we're able to apply them. Now I'm being tempted to go to our system theory based on what Moyakan told us. So let's just look at that quickly and come to the others. I hope we can complete these two pieces today. So that when we meet next week, we look at the systems theory, the bioecological systems theory, how environments, different environments, at different stages of growth of the child, they influence the child's growth and development. So let's see how we proceed from here. Okay, we looked at the system theory of the system is that element to understand our society and its connectedness and how complex that can be. And also, I think we did move quite fast to explain what the systems theory is and its relationships. And also, remember, we looked at the approach in social work or within community development, within early development, all these. This is supposed to be what? And we looked at how you can use that, and we looked at the types of systems, and how each one of those have unique characteristics, and how those unique characteristics can also affect the child's growth and development. And I'm just going through what we covered. We looked at just process to show that we are aware of what is there. And I think we looked at the Stafford Parsons approach and looked at the components. About we look at the characteristics and Marcus says we stop somewhere. How a system can be effective and we looked at all this, right? We stop here.
Yes.
Alright. So what are the attributes? And the context that we understood what the system is, and also what it can to a child or to an individual, that it brings in a closer relationship between you. And it's going to about service user or client and service user, whatever it is. These are terms which are basically used in most cases by social workers. But a client basically we looking at the human rights approach. We don't call somebody coming for help, but to you as a client, no. If somebody wants to access the services that you are able to offer, so you use the service user, service provider relationship, that was fixed. So you and your children and their parents, who's your service user? The students, or the children, or the parents? Who did it be? Nobody. So they're offering service to nobody. So offering service to children. Okay? Anybody? It's two boys. Parents and children. Who would say this most? Is it the child or the parent? The parent. Yeah, because I'm very, very sure if children had the opportunity to make their decision, they can say no, not the problem. Right? See? Right? So you are sort of providing a service to the parents, and your children are basically some first recipients of the services that you provide. And you all understand why parents want their children to access what services, because they want to ensure that those children grow up and they are able to be productive in their lives. And also, one of the attributes of a system that it does empower an individual to function, right? So, when an individual participates, right, then that individual will be able to function. And when a child comes to your center or receiving the parents and their children, what I'm trying to do is to create in those children the capability to be able to grow up and also to function when they are adults in their adult life. And you can also understand that that type of relationship also has a lot of things to do with the environment in which those children are going to grow up, and also the environment in which their parents are. And from this, yes, this piece here, this is going to lead us to look at the issue of the eco system, how it is, and how that system, that the environment within the system can influence growth and development or inhibit growth and development of the child. So that will be our next theory to look at next. And also, the system helps an individual to grow and also to understand one's weaknesses and strengths. Now, the outcomes of the system from your viewpoint helps you to analyze a variety of change efforts. So you'll be able to analyze the changes occurring in a child, right, or within the environment in the context of the child living in that environment. That's one of the issues. I don't think the idea of having a learning set of the children is just to let them learn. But even when you let them learn, it is a change, right? There will be change in that process. And also, it helps you to identify interventions. And this is a very, 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 very critical area of early childhood education, intervention. What do you think, please?
Enough finish
You are just talking man to man, you are very quiet.
Enough finish language. Enough finish language.
No, anything. What does it making it easy to identify targets for intervention? That statement is part. In the context of ECE, it is highly part. What again it means that in early child education, it's not about what we impart to those children, but also to identify some issues that may be dangerous to the growth and development of that particular child, right? It is easy for you as you interface with the child to identify one, whether a child is a first learner or a slow learner. It's possible, right? Whether a child is a poor or not a poor learner, whether a child has a disability or not, whether a child has a speech problem or not, visual, hearing, all those things. It is sometimes difficult for parents to identify these things in the home, right? It may be difficult to identify these things in the home, and it may be impossible for you to identify these issues in a center simply because why do you think it would be easy to identify some of these problems in a center other than in the home? Just common sense, just common sense. No, let's just leave this structure here. Why it is good, it's very easy to identify certain things in the center other than in the home is, you remember when you're looking at the actual processes of the child growth, right? And socialization and all those things. When a child moves out of the home into the outer environment, the child is always observing things, right? And trying to do, but observe and also something, right? Now, that is most likely possible in a sense because of different types of children from different backgrounds and also something, right? The child tends to learn certain skills which are not available in the home, right? From the peers and something like that. And if a child has a problem to do certain things, it is just for you to know. Wants to do something, but it's saying to do something. You must say, right? He's putting all the effort, but cannot do it, right? He's trying to communicate, but cannot communicate because of the problem with speech, right? So it's very easy to do that other than in the home. In the home, to be probably more type of approach, one way. Whereas you know perspective comes to it. But when it's in a group, there is no supply of the soul. Everybody's trying to show what that individual is supposed to do. So for you, as people on the ground, it becomes very easy to identify certain things that you can actually fit back into the family about your child, I think, has this problem. Can you watch and observe something like that? Your child cannot use his fingers everything. Your child cannot pronounce certain words or it takes too long to respond. That's the slow learning, right? It takes too long to respond. All sorts of things. Or the children who may look alright. Or there's nobody who is normal. So there's nobody who is there. There's nothing normal about everything. We are all what are we? Do you understand what? We are all what? No. What is being normal? What is being normal? Yeah? We are all functional. We are all able to function properly, right? That's what you call normal. But if you cannot function properly, then you have a disability. And you can't say somebody who has a disability is abnormal. That's wrong. It's not abnormal. It's functionally child. So you cannot check the function. Right? Yeah. So here, the one tricky type of behavior with children, which is the very elusive. It's not easy to identify or to notice. What is it? For example, autistic behaviors in children sometimes are very, very difficult to identify, and also parents cannot even be able to do that, right? And those are some of the things that you can learn when children come into the group. It's very easy. Same child will be very active, just like everybody else, but takes so long to discharge himself from an activity. What does that mean? Somebody is not readily available to discharge himself or herself from an activity. What does that mean? To discharge himself, to stop himself, right? What about life and pursuing it? Yes. A child, you can tell how a child is. Sometimes, just like this, come to have a swing. All his mind is about swing. You can be in a ten and so will not be able to. That's not good for swing. Reward it. That's not the right way to do it. There's something seriously wrong with that about behavior. And that will be my own processing problem that the parents cannot really solve. Because it's just a bomb. There's only one piece of play material, right? So we bring the ball, first just so slow, just a ball, right? Not knowing that the brain is focusing on one thing and cannot reverse the thing that is supposed to do, right? So those things are very easy to observe in a sense when they're children. Particularly between 3 and 5. 3 and 5. That's when you tend to get some of those hypothetic signs coming out. Or continuous cry. Just cry and cry everybody. Just cry everybody. For no reason. Right? And you see such children, we have a real answer. No reason. I will tell you about so, nothing you can see in a sense. And now, I'm going to be crying and crying and crying. This statement is very fast. That's why we have it here. of the system is making you identify the interventions that you need to do. And also, tasks that children do. They are not just accidental tasks, right? They can also tell the interest of the particular child, not in that particular task. You remember last time I was trying to observe some children around, right? There's a small group from above, and we went to this class or some other class. Children running around. Some of them are asleep, the others just alone and playing with their stuff. The others organizing their friends around, just jumping around, all sorts of things. These are issues that you also need to identify. What type of tasks are these? Are these related to the development stages of the child, for example? Right? Or is there something wrong? Okay, so also it can help you to look at it, how you can intervene, and also can help you to identify things that you need. Alright. We shall look at the theory of change. Maybe that will come a bit later when we look at the echo theory and another one theory I need you to look at. Just to try to help you with PCE, you really need to understand the child in totality, right? What happens to the child at what stage and why those things happen to the child. And this takes us to what I wanted to look at today. You may have come across it, but when I was doing my work last night, I thought, no, I need to look back at that. Do we look at some issues? And children manifest some of the things that we don't know. Right? Simple question. Do children have feelings? Who says no? So all of you say yes. Okay, explain to me how.
Feeling is something that there is something about emotion. You could say like maybe in the background, you see a girlfriend, then you are in
Do you think children sometimes hate their parents? And that's their care? You think? Why?
because at the same time, at the same point, you see maybe the parent trying to give the child something, but maybe the other opportunity, maybe the child is true. And then the parent is thinking next to the kid, the kids are kids, and then they respond.
Okay. So they are human beings like that. Is it? And remember I talked about the 95% intelligence, right? It means that human beings like ourselves. So what happens? Now what we should do now is, let's revisit our psychoanalytic approach, right? Let's see how this can help us really understand. Now, what I want you to have in your mind is, fix yourself into your own mind. Bring yourself into that situation where you are just like a child. And see, do you have feeling? Do you hate? Do you have fear? Do you think children fear? So if they fear, what happens? How can you know, as a parent or as a service provider, know that the child has developed that fear? And if they are able to experience fear, it means they are also able to experience anxiety, right? And therefore also they can be depressed. Can the child be depressed? Let's just look at that. This is 1 hour that we have for this. No, this is an area where people have looked at it over and over again, and sometimes it's not the easiest one to really understand and appreciate. Now, when we talk about psychoanalysis, it's basically about examining the human mind. Psychoanalysis is how we examine the human mind, how we understand the functionality of the human mind, and also how the human uses his brain or his mind to be human, and also be able to do that which is right at that one particular point. Now, if this is the issue, so let's look at what it is. Yeah, so psychoanalysis what about psychoanalysis? It is, as I mentioned, a psychological approach to how we understand theories that define the human mind, how the human mind works, how the human mind acts and reacts, and also how the human mind manages a human in the course of those situations. And that the human mind, I've always mentioned it, is something which is very unconscious. Unconscious because it is continuous, it is automatic. They just come in and flow. They come in and flow. And that is where the ability to control and manage those thrusts come in. And that is where each one of you and myself differ. Between myself and yourself and him. This is how it is. We all have flashes right now. We all have, not flashes, but we all have our minds right busy. As we are sitting here, they are so busy throwing in quite a lot of things around. And I can ask you, how do I know that sometimes we are sitting here? We are just sitting here in the body, but we have nothing with us in class. I can tell. But you are here, but you are not here. Because your mind is somewhere else trying to do certain things out there. So that is it. So we assume that individuals have what I would say the conscious and the unconscious, but the most prominent is the unconscious because it's automatic and just comes out. And to bring in feeling the thoughts and even the desire. Right. And there are so many people have written on this. But we have one guy who, for a long time, everybody wants to understand psychoanalysis and also psychodynamics. Sigmund Freud is a man who was at the center of studies in psychoanalysis with several others. Now, it tells us that when we talk about the conscious, the things that we are aware of, the thoughts, the mood, the sensation, all the dreams, and our own self-awareness. That is something which is conscious. But the question is a dream a conscious phenomenon? A dream is a conscious phenomenon. Do you get anything from a dream? Do you dream? What do you dream about? Can you remember? Why? Do you dream? Yes. Do you remember? No. What? Do you dream? they are doing, you know, that them. That is all. Right? Was very well. And Greg was dealing with the arithmetic and mathematics. I was not able to solve those. So I like, just try putting solve. Then I discovered that, no, it's not a mathematician or not a scientist, a social scientist. But I was so like, try to do this, try to do this, this was one. So it means something somewhere was testing me. So you know, something in dreams and testing sometimes, right? You might hear about something that probably happened to you and you have forgotten, but it just wants to shake you, to tell you what you know. Right? So maybe in my case, you just try to tell me that, no, you're not a scientist. Look, you're failing to, I don't see 10 machine guns that who did that. Do this and that. Right? Tell me that, no, you cannot do this. That's what you should. Now, so, if you look at the Sigmund Freud, he has written quite a lot. There's actually a complete book on dreams. That's a dream. You get it. And right, and right, and right. Dreams form part of what we call the sixth sense. Something that is kept in your memory, but don't use it. Right? And from time to time, it just comes out to reject you and to remind you that you are a human being. You did this one time. Right? That's something like that. For example, those people who kill other people, are they human? They are feeling. They are just mind. Put yourself in that situation. Are they human? Yes, they are human. Are they happy people? Why?
Your blood when you so you can be calm.
Okay.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot?
After doing that, you get the so you need
just imagine where you killing, or imagine it were you being killed. So you have two people, right? The one who is going to kill and the one who is going to be killed. Within a flash of seconds, maybe 1-2 minutes, right? I'm looking at you, you are Nana, right? Right? I'm going to kill you, and you're looking at me, I'm killing. And we are killed. What will happen that minute, just that minute? It's terrible, no? Yeah. Then I was killed, my mind is shut to kill you, and we're going to feel the pain that 1 minute. And it's not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times until you cease to. It depends on how those individuals manage to act. But if you start taking serious, you can go mad. Yeah. Seriously go mad. Alright. So, the thoughts and feelings sometimes are never hidden or suppressed, and they can be influenced by your unconscious part of your thinking or your mind. So the unconscious is the part where we're not aware of, but it's still part of us, but we're unaware of. Some of these is part of the instincts, some desires that can come in or whatever it is, and just flash and go, flash and go. And this is where, because it's unconscious, it will be conscious is also within. What it means is that out of the unconscious, you can bring out a conscious mind, right? And that now depends on how you manage your brain, whether you're going to think positively or you're going to think negatively. And in the end, to the action that comes out of that. So this is what it means actually. So by implication, it is all of us, all of us have unconscious thoughts passing through our minds, but it is how we manage those to turn those into something that is going to be positive to us that matters. Now, even in children, this is a very, very important area of concern children learn through different methods, and also children, the first thing that they get hold of stick in their mind for a long time, right? And what they hear, what they see, and what they build as their models live with them for a very long time. Why is it that if you get two types of children, in a sense, and you will tell us when you're children in a sense, that's what I said, it is, in your systems approach, it is very, very important to check what it is, right? Areas of intervention, the use of language, for example, in a sense,